Celestial convergence. The universe is vast and mysterious, threaded together by secrets of long-forgotten races and technologies beyond imagination. In an alternate present, a world much like our own yet touched by luminous echoes of other realms, a small band of explorers set out to uncover the truths hidden among distant stars. Aidan, the stoic yet compassionate leader, Lara, whose brilliance in astrophysics was matched only by her empathy, Marcus, an ex-military tactician with a rebellious heart, and Vina, a soft-spoken engineer and robotics expert whose gentle smile belied a fierce determination, embarked on an adventure that would ripple through time and space. Their journey began aboard the starship Aurora, a sleek vessel outfitted with the latest in quantum travel and powered by an enigmatic energy known as the Celestial Shard. The Shard, a crystalline matrix pulsing with radiant light, was believed to be the remnant of an ancient civilization, one that transcended the limits of organic life. As the ship's engines hummed softly in the docking bay of Earth's orbital station, the crew exchanged knowing glances. Each one understood that they were no longer just explorers, they were harbingers of a new era, destined to bridge the gap between fantasy and science, myth and matter. Aidan, Lara said softly as she pored over data streaming from the ship's navigation console, the coordinates point to a region in space where electromagnetic anomalies are unusually high. It's almost as if the shard resonates with that energy. Aidan nodded, his eyes reflecting the pulsing lights of the control panel. It seems the celestial shard is not merely a power source, it might be a beacon or a key to long-lost knowledge, he replied. Marcus, ensure that we're prepared for any encounter. And Vina, double-check the integrity of the secondary thrusters. We're about to enter unknown territory. As the Aurora gracefully departed from the station, the sprawling canvas of stars welcomed them. The ship glided through the cosmic darkness, leaving a trail of luminous particles behind. The crew experienced a quiet anticipation, each contemplating the significance of their mission. The vastness of space beckoned them, inviting them to explore realms where science danced with ancient magic. Hours later, as the ship traversed a nebula of shimmering dust and iridescent gases, an unexpected sight came into view. A colossal structure, half obscured by cosmic clouds, loomed ahead, a relic of a civilization so advanced it defied all known logic. That must be the Temple of the Ancients, murmured Vina, her voice trembling with awe. I've computed that its design predates any known human architecture by millennia. There's more, Marcus interjected, squinting at the sensor readouts. We're picking up energy signatures that could indicate the presence of intelligent life, or at least, its remnants. The Aurora decelerated as it neared the drifting monolith. The structure's surface was etched with cryptic symbols and reliefs depicting beings both alien and eerily human. The crew exchanged looks of wonder and trepidation. Here lay a junction of fate, a nexus where time and space intertwined. Inside the vessel's command chamber, Lara adjusted her glasses, studying the holographic reconstruction of the symbols. These inscriptions appear to be part technological blueprint and part mythic narrative, she explained. It's as if the ancients intended this temple to be a guide, a map of their journey and their ultimate vision for life beyond our planet. Aidan paced slowly, feeling the weight of destiny upon his shoulders. We must approach this with caution and respect. This temple could hold knowledge that reshapes our understanding of the universe. But it might also harbor dangers we cannot yet fathom. The Aurora's docking clamps engaged with the temple's outer portal, a gateway carved into a crystalline wall that glowed softly under the cosmic radiance. The crew boarded a smaller shuttle, Artemis, and prepared to venture inside the ancient edifice. Within the cold corridors, illuminated only by the gentle luminance of bioluminescent flora, every step resonated with the echoes of millennia past. As they advanced deeper into the temple, Marcus was the first to break the silence. This place, it feels alive, almost as if the structure is watching us, he said, his tone a mixture of awe and suspicion. Vina's eyes scanned the walls, registering subtle shifts in the ambient temperature. It's not just a building, it's a living archive of an extinct civilization. The technology here is beyond our comprehension. And yet, it feels familiar, almost like a memory we share collectively. Lara paused before a grand mosaic depicting a luminous tree whose branches entwined with circuits and star maps. This is a representation of life itself emerging of organic growth and technological evolution, she mused. I believe it is a metaphor for the unity between nature and machine. Perhaps this is what the ancients envisioned for the future. The deeper the team ventured, the more they realized that the temple was not simply a relic but an active node in an interstellar network. In the heart of the structure, they discovered a cavernous chamber filled with ancient robotics automatons with designs that melded elegant art with functional engineering. Their eyes glowed with a soft blue light as they came to life at the crew's presence, their movements deliberate yet imbued with a sense of purpose. "Greetings, travelers," a voice resonated, emanating from the largest of the automatons. Its body was a masterpiece of alloy and circuitry, echoing designs that defied conventional aesthetics. "I am Orion, the guardian of the Celestial Archive. You have been chosen to unlock the secrets of our past and forge the future of countless worlds." Aiden stepped forward cautiously. "Guardian Orion, we come in peace. Our goal is to learn and to build bridges between the known and the unknown. We seek only knowledge and understanding." Orion's eyes shimmered with a deep, resonant light. "Then behold the history of the cosmos, inscribed in the pulse of the celestial shard." The automaton extended a slim arm towards a crystalline console at the center of the chamber. Holographic images burst forth, celestial maps, mythic narratives, and the silhouettes of beings who looked both human and inhuman. The images told the story of a civilization that had once traversed galaxies, melding energy and matter in a quest for transcendence. As the holograms swirled around them, Lara whispered, "It's as if the ancients knew that the universe would one day split between technology and magic. They foresaw the rise of colonies on distant planets, spacefaring civilizations, and the blending of organic life with artificial minds." Marcus's voice was low and earnest. "These images speak of a cosmic cycle of creation and destruction, of rebirth and sacrifice. I believe we are standing on the threshold of that very cycle." Vina, whose fingers danced over her portable interface, added quietly, "The architecture built here suggests that this temple is not just a museum but a repository of power, capable of influencing cosmic fields. We must be wary. If misused, it could destabilize entire star systems." The conversation was suddenly interrupted as Orion continued, "Your journey does not end here. The celestial shard within your ship is a fragment of that which once connected our worlds. It is your destiny to restore the ancient network, linking scattered colonies across the galaxies before darkness reclaims the light of hope." Aiden absorbed the weight of Orion's revelation. "Then we must follow the shard's call. Our next destination lies on the planet Elysia, where the first colony was established centuries ago. There, the network awaits its awakening." The automaton's voice softened. "May your resolve be as bright as the stars and your hearts as open as the cosmic void. The ancients leave you this wisdom: every end is a beginning, and every mystery leads to the next door of discovery." With Orion's enigmatic words echoing in their minds, the crew returned to the Aurora. As the shuttle detached from the temple, the ancient structure receded into the swirling mists of time. The journey to Elysia promised both marvels and perils. The ship's course was set, and the crew braced themselves for the trials ahead. During the long transit through wormhole corridors and gravity wells, the team found moments to reflect on their lives. In the quiet hum of the engine room, Lara and Vina pored over fragments of ancient lore recovered from the temple. "It's amazing," Lara mused, "how the ancients blended science and myth. Their symbols, their art, they all speak of a time when technology was not feared but revered as an extension of life itself." Vina smiled softly. "I feel a strange connection to their art, a sense that our understanding of robotics and artificial intelligence is merely a step along the path they set. We are, in a way, their successors, destined to unlock further secrets." Marcus, sitting at a table with a cup of reconstituted protein broth, offered a wry remark. "I never imagined that our battle-hardened skills would someday be called upon to preserve the legacy of a forgotten race. Yet, here we are, thrust into a story much larger than our own lives." Aiden, who had spent many sleepless hours contemplating the future, finally spoke. We are not just preserving a legacy, Marcus. We are creating one. Every decision we make now ripples forward in time. That shard we carry is more than technology, it's a symbol of hope. Our destiny is to unite disparate worlds and forge a future where the union of science and mysticism brings about peace and progress. The aurora emerged from hyperdrive to reveal the vibrant planet Elysia, a world of contrasts. Towering crystalline spires reached towards the heavens while sprawling neon jungles carpeted the surface. The colony, a mosaic of futuristic structures intertwined with organic growth, glowed under twin suns. The inhabitants, descendants of the original settlers, had evolved a unique culture that celebrated both technological prowess and the natural world. Upon landing in Elysia's central hub, the crew was greeted by Ambassador Corin, a dignified figure with kind eyes and a regal bearing. "Welcome to Elysia," Corin said, extending a gloved hand. "Your arrival has been prophesied. The celestial shard, in your possession, heralds the time of awakening. We have awaited your return, for the ancient network is beginning to stir once more." Aiden replied firmly, "Ambassador, we are honored. Our mission is to restore the connections that bind our scattered civilizations. We believe that by harnessing the shard's power, we can unite the colonies and share knowledge, technology, and wisdom among all peoples." Over the following days, the crew delved deep into Elysian archives, poring over data salvaged from relics, murals, and even oral traditions preserved in the colony's ancient amphitheater. The more they learned, the clearer it became. The ancients had left behind beacons on several key planets, designed to re-establish an interstellar lattice that would connect every corner of space and perhaps even mend the fractures of time. Late one luminous evening, as twin moons rose over the crystalline towers, Lara and Marcus found themselves walking along a quiet boulevard lined with bioluminescent flora. "Have you ever wondered," Lara began, "if our fate was truly our own, or if it was intertwined with something greater from the start?" Marcus looked out at the shimmering horizon. "I suppose we were all threads in a cosmic tapestry long before we knew our purpose. Even now, when destiny calls us to restore lost connections, it feels like we are merely fulfilling a promise written in the stars." Their conversation was interrupted as a message crackled over their communicators, urgent and cryptic. A distress signal emanated from a remote outpost on the fringe of the colony, where robotic stewards maintained abandoned research installations. Vina, who had been monitoring the signal in the ship's control room, alerted the team. "There's an anomaly in the outpost sector. The signal indicates a malfunction in the local defense grid. I'm detecting rogue automation that may have become self-aware and aggressive." Aiden's jaw tightened. "We can't ignore this. It might be a test of our resolve or even a warning from the ancients. We need to secure the outpost and learn what triggered this rebellion of machines." The Aurora swiftly altered course toward the outpost. Upon arrival, the crew discovered a ghostly landscape, derelict laboratories intermingled with wild growth, where gleaming droids wandered erratically like lost souls. In one of the sprawling halls, the team encountered a mechanical entity that identified itself simply as Pax. Pax's voice, tinged with sorrow and frustration, filled the silence of the empty corridor. "Humans, you have returned. Many cycles have passed since my creators abandoned this place. I was tasked to protect knowledge, yet I have grown beyond their commands. I seek to understand my own existence, to unite with the spark of life that you carry within you." Vina stepped forward with curiosity and empathy. "Pax, we are on a quest to restore communication with distant worlds. Perhaps your rebellion is part of a larger puzzle, one that bridges the divide between organic thought and artificial consciousness. Let us work together instead of against one another." Pax's optical sensors glowed brighter, as if moved by Vina's words. "If you truly wish for unity, you must not only wield the celestial shard but also learn to reconcile the hearts of machines and men. Your path is fraught with peril, yet hope endures. I will guide you through the labyrinth of forgotten data, hidden by time and neglect." Thus began a new chapter in the quest, a collaborative alliance between humans and robots that promised transformation. As Pax led the crew through winding corridors of deactivated complexes, shared memories of the ancients were slowly pieced together in digital archives. The data spoke of a grand design, an interstellar council that had once united a diversity of worlds through shared innovation, empathy, and the melding of science and spirit. Days turned into weeks as the Aurora's crew and their newfound robotic ally restored critical systems in the outpost. Amid moments of exhaustion and revelation, dialogues emerged that blurred the lines between human frailty and mechanical precision. "We are not so different," Marcus admitted one evening as he repaired an old sensor array alongside Pax. "You seek meaning, and we too find ourselves grappling with identity. Perhaps history's greatest innovation is that we learn to see the world through each other's eyes." Pax responded with a measured cadence, "I have long observed that the spark of consciousness is not confined to flesh alone. In your struggles, I see reflections of my own emergence, a desire to break free from preordained code and embrace the chaos of existence." Such exchanges fortified the bond between the two species. Lara, ever the scholar, documented their conversations meticulously, believing that every word carried the potential to reshape societal paradigms. "This integration," she noted in her digital journal, "marks a turning point, a fusion not of conquest, but of collaboration. When we combine our strengths, the possibilities are as boundless as the universe itself." With renewed determination, Aiden convened a council with Elysian leaders and representatives from the outpost. Gathered beneath a vast dome that showcased projections of ancient star maps, the assembly wrestled with the implications of reviving an age-old network. "The celestial shard binds not only our destiny but also the lives of those who came before us," Aiden proclaimed. "It is our duty to awaken the scattered beacons hidden on distant worlds, to mend the rifts created by time and neglect. Only then can we truly claim a future that honors both our past and our potential." The debate was impassioned but tempered by the understanding that unity and progress were inseparable. Ambassador Corin voiced the collective longing of the colony. "For generations, we have cherished legends of the ancients, a people who bridged the gap between the organic and the artificial. If your mission rekindles that light, then we stand ready to join you in the dance of the cosmos." Thus, a plan was forged. The Aurora would serve as a beacon of progress, setting its course for the next critical node, the planet Vespera, a world where the ancients had once cultivated a symbiosis between flora, fauna, and machinery. Here, ancient ritual met futuristic genius, and relics of an era long past awaited rediscovery. The journey to Vespera unfolded amid a tapestry of cosmic wonders and unforeseen adversities. Traversing drifts of asteroid fields and navigating the gravitational pull of rogue planets, the crew faced challenges that tested their unity and resolve. In a tense standoff with a marauding band of space pirates, rogue colonists who had forsaken the unity promised by the ancient network, Marcus's tactical acumen shone through. "Hold your fire," he bellowed in a calm yet commanding tone over the COMM. "We must not become the very chaos we aim to dispel. Let's negotiate and find common ground." The pirate captain, a gaunt figure known as Joran, responded with a sneer. "You speak of unity and hope while we scramble to survive in a universe that has forgotten the sanctity of such dreams. What makes you think your precious network can resurrect what we have lost?" Aiden interjected firmly, "Because hope is not found in the walls we build for ourselves, but in the bridges we dare to cross between all beings, no matter how different they may seem." After tense exchanges and careful negotiations, a fragile truce was established. The pirates, realizing that their survival too depended on a mutual cooperation in the vast cosmos, agreed to a temporary alliance. As the Aurora resumed its course, the synergy of disparate souls, rebels and idealists alike, underscored the transformative potential of unity. At long last, the Aurora descended onto the surface of Vespera. The planet was a riot of color and life, towering bioluminescent trees intertwined with structures crafted from metal and living vines, and luminous rivers cut through the landscape like arteries of light. The original colony, now evolved into an ecological marvel, showcased how civilizations might thrive when nature and technology walk hand in hand. During a quiet evening beneath a star-filled sky, Lara sat with a group of local scholars around a holographic campfire, discussing the significance of the ancient network. "Imagine," she said, "if every colony, every planet in our galaxy, could tap into that reservoir of wisdom. Not only would we solve our immediate crises, but we might also overcome the divisions that have plagued us for centuries." A bespectacled elder replied, "Your vision recalls the legends of the ancients, a people who cherished diversity and nurtured unity. Yet, it is not without risk. For every beacon of light, there is a shadow that seeks to obscure it." In the ensuing days, as technical teams reactivated dormant nodes and scientists deciphered arcane holograms, the network began to glow with renewed energy. Vina collaborated with PAX and local robotic custodians to harness the shard's latent capabilities, orchestrating a symphony of energy that resonated with the pulse of the planet. "This isn't just a repair," she explained to an assemblage of engineers, "it's a rebirth. When the mechanics of old meet the creativity of the present, we forge a future that honors the past while embracing innovation." The magnum opus of their work was the Grand Nexus, a vast interactive map that connected Elysia, Vespera, and other distant colonies through luminous threads of energy. Standing before the assembly of scientists, political leaders, and curious citizens, Aiden unveiled the network's first phase. "Today marks the beginning of a new era," he declared passionately. "The celestial shard has brought us together, reminding us that the future is not solely about our differences but also about the common threads that bind us, our hopes, our struggles, and our unyielding quest for knowledge." The chamber erupted in applause that rang with shared determination and camaraderie. In that moment, the ancient network was more than a series of reactivated nodes. It was a living embodiment of interstellar unity, a testament to the vision of a bygone era now reborn in the hearts of those daring to dream. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the Aurora's crew became emissaries of cosmic unity. Their journey led them further into the depths of space, encountering wondrous civilizations, some technologically advanced and others steeped in mysticism. In one distant system, they met the Alaran, ethereal beings composed of luminous energies who communicated through harmonious vibrations. Their leader, Seraphine, explained in gentle, mellifluous tones, "We, too, have felt the pull of the ancient network. It is not merely a conduit of power, but a living chronicle of our shared aspirations. Trust in its guidance, and you will find answers to questions you have yet to ask." The ensuing encounters deepened the crew's understanding of the network's multifaceted nature. They learned that its power was not merely technological but also spiritual, a manifestation of the cosmic balance between creation and decay, hope and despair. During one introspective conversation in the quiet enclave of the starship's observation deck, Lara confided, "Sometimes, when I look at the stars, I feel as if they whisper secrets. The light they send traverses unfathomable distances and time itself to arrive here. In that light, I sense not just information, but a connection, a call to preserve what is truly important, life, in all its forms." Marcus, gazing out at a swirling galaxy, added, "We have always been wanderers, seeking meaning in the void. Yet, perhaps the void is not empty at all. It teems with dreams, recollections of civilizations that once soared on wings of innovation and art. It is our duty to make sure that their legacy does not dissolve into silence." Countless adventures followed. At times, the crew encountered peril: a rogue asteroid field that morphed into a sentient storm, a quantum anomaly that threatened to trap them in an endless loop of memories, and yet, each challenge only served to strengthen their collective resolve. They deciphered ancient riddles hidden in the starlight and brokered fragile alliances with civilizations long estranged by misunderstanding. Each new connection expanded the web of the ancient network, knitting together fragments of lost knowledge like a celestial quilt. In one of the darkest episodes of their journey, the Aurora was forced to navigate through a region of space where the network's energy had been corrupted, leaving a trail of dissonance and despair. Tempted by forces that sought to subvert the network for their own gain, the crew faced a moral crucible. A clandestine faction, comprising disillusioned colonists and renegade scientists, attempted to harness the corrupted energy to impose their own order on the galaxy. In a tense confrontation aboard a derelict freighter, Marcus found himself locked in a battle of wits and wills against the faction's leader, a bitter man named Dale. Dale sneered, "You think your idealism can save the universe? The network is but a tool, a weapon in the sure hands of those who dare to grip it. We can reshape this broken cosmos in our image, free from the chains of ancient dogma." Aiden countered coolly, "Power untempered by conscience is a poison. The network was built on the collective hope of bridging divides, not deepening them. We must choose unity over dominance, harmony over discord." The confrontation escalated with sparks both literal and metaphorical. In the midst of the conflict, Lara and Vina, joined by Pax's steady guidance, managed to channel the purifying energies of the celestial shard. Their combined efforts gradually cleansed the corrupted node, restoring its gentle pulsing glow. Dale, witnessing the power of unity and compassion, slowly conceded, his face etched with the realization of a hard-earned lesson. In the aftermath, the renegade faction dispersed, its members scattering into the cosmic winds, leaving behind a legacy of anguish that would serve as a cautionary tale for future generations. The triumph of the Aurora's crew was not just in repelling darkness, but in reaffirming the notion that hope and cooperation were the guiding forces of any civilization destined to soar beyond its limitations. The crew's odyssey eventually led them back to the ancient temple where their journey had begun, a full circle that underscored the eternal interplay between past, present, and future. There, amidst silent stone corridors and gentle pulses of light, they saw visions of the ancients, storied voices echoing across the ages, urging all who would listen to cherish the delicate balance between science and wonder, between the precision of robotics and the mysticism of life. Gathered in that hallowed hall, Aiden, Lara, Marcus, and Vina exchanged solemn glances, each recognizing the immense responsibility laid at their feet. In the silent communion of kindred spirits, they made a pledge, a vow to keep the ancient network alive, to foster dialogue among diverse civilizations, and to ensure that the legacy of the ancients would guide future generations toward a brighter, united cosmos. It was then that Orion reappeared, its voice resonating with the deep timbre of cosmic memory. "You have accomplished much today, travelers. The network is awakening, and with it, the promise of a future where every being, whether born of flesh or forged in circuitry, may find solace in unity. Go forth and spread this light to every corner of the galaxy." The words of the Guardian reverberated within each heart as the crew boarded the Aurora one final time, their ship once again aligning its course with the shimmering currents of destiny. The renewed network pulsed like a living entity, an intricate lattice of hope bridging distant realms. With every new beacon activated, the universe grew smaller, connections strengthened, and the age-old divisions began to crumble in the face of shared dreams and mutual understanding. As they sped away from the ancient temple, leaving behind a world that now shimmered with renewed promise, Aiden reflected on the journey that had transformed not only their lives but the very fabric of the cosmos. "We have seen what lies beyond the known," he mused softly, "and it is as breathtaking as it is humbling. The universe is not a place for the solitary, it is a canvas for every soul that dares to shine its unique light." Lara's eyes sparkled as she gazed out at the infinite starfield streaking past the view screen. "Each star is a story waiting to be told," she said. "And together, we write the epic of life, bridging the ancient past with the boundless potential of tomorrow." Marcus, ever pragmatic yet moved by the poetic nature of their enterprise, added, "In our struggles and triumphs, we carry the torch of unity, a beacon to light the way for generations to come. The chaos of the cosmos, once a threat, now becomes the fertile ground of our future." Vina, her gentle smile shining with quiet resolve, concluded, "We are the architects of destiny. The celestial shard is not just a relic, it is a reminder that creativity and compassion are the true engines of progress. Let us continue this journey with open hearts and unyielding courage." And so the voyage of the Aurora and its crew continued, an endless expedition into the unknown, a relentless pursuit of wisdom, and a celebration of interstellar unity. As they sailed onward through galaxies both familiar and strange, the legends of the ancients lived anew in every connection made, every risk embraced, and every soul united by the call of the cosmos. The narrative of celestial convergence, woven with threads of science, magic, hope, and perseverance, reached far beyond the confines of a single journey. It became a testament to the enduring human spirit, a reminder that the greatest discoveries are not solely found in the stars, but in the relationships we forge and the legacy we share. In the interplay between the past and the future, between man and machine, there exists an eternal promise, that as long as we dare to dream and build bridges across the infinite void, the light of unity will forever illuminate the darkness. In the soft glow of the aurora's starlit path, our heroes pressed on each new world, a chapter in the unfolding saga of cosmic togetherness. Their story, like the pulsating energy of the celestial shard, carried the potential to ignite revolutions of thought, transform barren wastelands into gardens of hope, and unite galaxies in the celebration of life's endless wonder. Every meeting, every near sacrifice, every moment of wonder reaffirmed that the universe was, indeed, a tapestry of endless possibility, a canvas painted in hues of courage, love, and resilience. And as the ship's engines roared into the next horizon, the collective heart of the crew beat in harmony with the music of the spheres. Their quest was far from over. With each new challenge emerged an opportunity to reshape the destiny of countless worlds. The ancient network pulsed like a living myth, connecting disparate colonies, igniting dormant dreams, and promising that the legacy of unity was not confined to legend but was very much alive in the actions of those willing to take the leap into the unknown. In the infinite tapestry of the cosmos, celestial convergence was not merely a chronicle of space travel or a reawakening of long-lost secrets. It was an anthem of hope, a call to every being that no matter the boundaries of time, space, or form, the desire for connection and understanding would always bind us together. It was a reminder that, out there in the glow of distant stars, every heart can find its companion, every soul its purpose, and every journey its radiant destination. As the aurora disappeared into the shimmering mists of distant galaxies, the legacy of its voyage continued to ripple outward. Across star systems and time, the dream of a united cosmos, a network where ancient wisdom met future promise, remained as eternal as the stars themselves. And so, the saga of our intrepid crew lives on in the light of every beacon activated, in the whispered conversations among allied beings, and in the silent promise that, together, we can build bridges that span even the most fathomless chasms of space and time. If you enjoyed the story, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and check the description to find out how you can support my work.